Hey guys, it's Helena and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share my vegan story with you guys and talk about the 3 main reasons why I decided to go vegan. And the first reason is because I wanted to better my health, and the second is because I learned about the animal cruelty behind both the dairy and meat industry. And the third reason is because I learned about how the animal agriculture industry affects the environment. So in terms of my health and fitness journey and how that has led me to veganism was because in high school everyone was, going to the gym and working out, trying to get really fit, and I wanted to join in as well. So I was kind of working out a lot, maybe not in such a sustainable way. I started, doing a lot of weights and running a lot, which was great, but honestly it took a lot of energy and a lot of toll on my body. I remember just constantly wondering if what I was eating was actually healthy, and just all the health information I was getting was from my peers or from what I had learned in school. And so in my mind I thought, oh, I have to constantly be eating a lot of protein and stay away from carbs and breads and stuff like that, because that would make me gain weight. So in some ways, I think I was restricting myself by not eating certain types of foods. So at the time I was vegetarian, and even though I wasn't consuming, meat, I was eating a lot of dairy, lots of yogurt and eggs to get my protein. I wasn't always sure if what I was eating was actually good for my body, and if how much I should be eating of it, whether that be, dairy or carbs. And since I was, kind of restricting myself in terms of the quantity of food that I was eating, it was difficult for me to nourish myself and give myself enough energy to do all these workouts that I was doing. I remember when I went to college, my first year of college, there was so many food just so many food options next to me, around me, that I wanted to try. I had just moved to New York City and I wanted to try everything because it looked so good, but all of these foods were greasy. There's like pizza at night, insomnia cookie, just everything. And I think my body had been craving these things because I honestly didn't have it that much my last year of high school, since I was working out so much and so focused on how do I stay slim and fit. So I think my body finally had that, it kind of caught up with itself, and I was just I was gaining weight and I was not feeling healthy whatsoever. And I was getting really frustrated because I didn't understand why I had to figure out, I couldn't figure out what the balance was, how many calories should I be eating, how much of this food should I be eating. And it was just so frustrating because I just wanted a simple answer, like someone to please tell me that if I just eat this, I will be healthy and I'll be getting all the nutrients that I need, and to be able to work out and just be able to sustain myself and have the energy to do things, to just do life. That summer, I finally read some books about veganism and the vegan diet, and YouTube was a great source for me to see what other people were eating and, other vegans talking about how they're able to eat an abundance of food. So I read The Starch Solution, The China Study, and some other books that I'm sure are very popular in the vegan community. And honestly, it just opened my eyes to how poorly we've been taught, in school, of what we should be eating. And instead, there was just this new page of information. So basically, I learned that I could eat a lot of food and that I didn't have to be afraid of what I was consuming, as long as I wasn't consuming animal products. Animal products are full of fat and cholesterol and just hormones and chemicals that your body does not need. And also I learned that you don't need that much protein to survive and to gain muscle. From that point, I started putting a lot of more starches into my diet. So I was eating a lot of potatoes and vegetables, rice, beans, and just all these whole foods, and I felt amazing afterwards. Like, it was a total transformation because I was finally letting myself feel full and eating until I was full, and it was a lot of food quantity wise. And because, like I said before, I really was not eating that much. Like, all my meals were very small because I didn't want to have too many calories so that I would, you know, gain extra weight. And yeah, so veganism totally just opened my eyes to this, and I was like, wow, this is how I can sustain myself and be healthy. So in terms of going vegan because of animal cruelty, as I mentioned, I was vegetarian before, and I went vegetarian because I knew what was happening in the meat industry. You know, cows, pigs, chickens, they're electrocuted, they're confined into really small spaces, they're put in horrible conditions and just treated so inhumanely. But I didn't know what was happening in the dairy industry, and I think maybe a part of me was too scared to accept that all my food was, you know, cruelly produced. But finally, when I went vegan, and in these books that I was reading, in these documentaries I was watching, I realized that no, the dairy industry is just as bad as the meat industry. For instance, like cows that are used for milk, they're actually forcibly impregnated so that they can produce milk, because again, you only produce milk when you're pregnant, and then they would hook the cows up to milking machines and just keep repeating this process until the cow was spent. And it was just something that I didn't know about. And also for the egg industry, I didn't know that baby male chicks are basically put through a grinding machine when they're babies because they're considered useless and non-profitable for the egg industry. And again, these chickens are bred to produce, to lay eggs at an accelerated rate, and then again, once a few years they're spent, and you know, that's it. Their lives are cut short. And so basically, everything that I thought I knew about food production just changed. You know, factory farming is so cruel, and there's no reason why we should be contributing to an industry that is only hurting these animals, and it's not even beneficial for our health. So the third reason why I decided to go vegan is because of what I learned about animal agriculture's impact on the environment. And I watched the documentary Cowspiracy, which has gotten super popular, and from that I learned that animal agriculture is the leading cause of deforestation, and rainforests are cleared in order to grow crops and feed that are going to be fed to these billions of animals, and that feed could actually instead be used to grow food to feed people that are hungry directly. But also land has to be cleared in order to raise the animals and keep them somewhere. Another problem with animal agriculture is the amount of greenhouse gases that gets emitted because of it. And aside from fossil fuels, it's like the second leading cause of greenhouse gas emissions in terms of carbon dioxide and methane, and it's just really horrible for our environment. Water is another resource that we waste because of animal agriculture. It takes about 2,000 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of beef, and it also takes a lot of water to grow the feed and to keep the land alive and to give to the animals. And on top of that, we're also polluting our water systems, and it's just the whole system is really detrimental and not sustainable whatsoever. And animal agriculture, because of the deforestation, it's also contributing to biodiversity loss. So just by changing our diets, we could significantly be helping the planet and, you know, protecting our environment. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope it helps you on your health journey and your journey going vegan. And I hope you have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.